Hello and welcome back to the Escape Pod. Thank you for escaping with us. That's Alex. I'm Andrew.
And as always, with great power comes great 2027 ability.
Yeah, knew it.
We got to start off.
We got to lock in. There's a fly already.
It's a fucking epidemic in our house.
It's really getting... Well,
there's so many of them.
Over there, it's fruit flies. This is a full-on fly. It's both. They're killing us.
It's really aggravating me. I'm sorry to y'all listening at home, watching at home.
Hey, on the Patreon episode, we had a full-on freaking wasp creature from the Black Lagoon thing.
This big.
That we had to fight with Koi John Drew. 2027 is going to be insane. I feel like I need to start emotionally preparing right now in 2025.
So let's emotionally prepare together.
Let's do it.
Can you hold my hand?
I would love to.
Okay.
Okay.
I know that you're a religious person, so I'm not going to call this a prayer. I'm going to call this a chant. Okay, Andrew, we need to lock in.
Okay. Are
you locked?
What are we chanting?
Andrew, are you locked?
I'm locked, yes, I'm sorry.
You at home, you need to lock in. If you're with loved
Find
ones,
someone and hold their hand.
hold their hand.
For this next segment.
Andrew, are you locked?
I'm locked.
You better be.
Yep.
We are living in a time that in 20 years, people will be envious of us that we were able to live through this renaissance.
It's true.
Ladies and gentlemen, we hit rock bottom.
We did.
We all experienced 2022. Thor: Love and Thunder, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness,
Quantumania.
She-Hulk, Quantumania in early 23.
COVID. Before that.
But we complained, and we complained, and we complained, and they have listened. Andrew, have they listened?
They've listened so much.
And I'm willing to bet it. Excuse me. I'm willing to bet it all on black right now.
Ooh. Why not red?
I'm betting it all on red right now.
There you go.
These next 2 years will be the greatest 2 years of superhero media we will ever see.
Whoa. Whoa, calm down. Whoa.
I'm just gonna run through these next 2 years. In May of 2026, we have The Mandalorian and Grogu, our first Star Wars movie since the horrid Rise of Skywalker. Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow in June, right after that. Spider-Man, Brand New Day in July. Clayface, our first DCU horror film, written by the great Mike Flanagan in September. And Avengers Doomsday, The Return of Robert Downey Jr. in December. Move on to 2027. Star Wars Starfighter in May again. Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse, completing the greatest trilogy of all time, potentially in June. Superman Man of Tomorrow in July. The Batman Part 2 in October. And Avengers Secret Wars in December.
What was the first one you said?
In 2027 or 2026?
7.
Starfighter. Star Wars. Ryan Gosling. Sean Levy.
Frick yeah.
And not to mention Daredevil Born Again Season 2.
Invincible Season 5.
Invincible Season 5. X-Men 97 Season 2.
The Boys Season 5.
The Boys Season 5. Stranger Things Season 5 to wrap up the end of this year. We are eating, ladies and gentlemen. Let's savor it. Let's enjoy this meal. Is it on your tongue?
Yeah, I was tasting it. You like that?
I like when you taste things.
I didn't like it at all.
Especially when you stick your tongue out to taste things.
Yeah, like
wow.
that getting you going?
Yeah.
More or less than 2027 superhero movies.
Less.
Fair.
Andrew, know your limits.
Yeah. I can only go so far. Which movie in 2027 are you most excited for, superhero-wise?
Beyond the Spider-Verse.
Good answer.
I was hoping that we could rank these. I have that prepared.
Oh
Andrew.
my gosh, dude! We're like this right now. You know what I mean?
I love you.
It's like our penises are just in each other.
We could do that.
What?
Because I'm not circumcised. We could dock. It's called docking.
Hey, we're not doing that.
5,000 patrons. We
No,
dock.
absolutely not. Okay. Focus.
All right. We are going to rank the upcoming 2026-2027 nerd movies based on how excited we are for them. Guess what? We've got to agree. We're doing this together. We're not each doing lists.
Okay. All right.
All right?
So I can't rage bait and scream at you.
No.
Actually, I can.
Sure. An easy last place for me is Star Wars Starfighter.
Starfighter, okay.
At 10th place out of these 10.
Okay. What are they again?
The Mandalorian and Grogu, I'm doing them in order of release. The Mandalorian and Grogu, Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, Spider-Man Brand New Day, Clayface, Avengers Doomsday, Star Wars Starfighter, Beyond the Spider-Verse, Superman 2, The Batman Part 2, and Secret Wars.
Okay. Starfighter at the bottom. Okay, I'm fine with that. Next.
Clayface is relatively low for me, even though the BTS of it looks incredible. Have you been seeing the set photos of Clayface?
A little, yeah.
It looks great. I think it's going to be great, but that one's like in the 7 or 8 range for me.
Not beating anything else, yeah.
Mandalorian and Grogu is a tad low for me. I love that we're returning to Star Wars movies, but Dave Filoni is directing it. Is he a good live-action director? You know, and also Mando Season 3 is definitely the worst season of the show, so my excitement for that is a little bit lowered.
Okay, I'm fine with all this so far.
Okay, do you want to get to the cream of the crop here?
So, Clayface is gone, Starfighter's gone, Mando is gone. Next has to be Supergirl.
I agree.
Yep.
And then of the ones that we're really, really excited for, Secret Wars is my last place, strictly because I'm more excited for Doomsday. I think I'll be more...
Why?
Because Doomsday is sooner. I kind of know what they're doing for Doomsday. I don't know at all what they're doing for
You have no idea
Secret
what they're
Wars.
doing for Doomsday.
But at least...
Name one thing they're doing for Doomsday other than the cast.
That's what I know, though. I don't even know the cast for Secret Wars.
Yeah, it might be better somehow.
I wasn't more excited for Endgame than Infinity War when... You know, we got that Infinity War production trailer where we saw Chris Pratt and Robert Downey Jr. and Tom Holland there in their costumes on Titan. Like, that's essentially what we've gotten for Doomsday.
So it's just a timing thing.
Correct. I wasn't that excited for Endgame until after I saw Infinity War. I assume it'll be the same for Secret Wars. So Secret Wars is still ahead of Supergirl and Clayface and the 2 Star Wars, but it's below... It's definitely below Spider-Man. It's definitely below Spider-Verse. It's definitely below Batman. And it's definitely below Superman.
Yeah, okay, so next.
What do you want to put at 1? Are we putting Beyond the Spider-Verse at 1?
Yes.
Okay, so Beyond the Spider-Verse at 1. What are we putting at 2, Andrew? Is it Batman or is it Superman?
It's Superman.
Superman Man of Tomorrow at 2.
Yeah.
Are we putting the Batman Part 2 at 3?
You think Batman Part 2 is above Doomsday and Secret Wars? And
Spider-Man Brand New Day.
I'm putting it below both of those.
I am in the middle. I would consider putting the Batman Part 2 above Superman Man of Tomorrow.
No.
I think you may be a little bullish on Superman Man of Tomorrow. You may be a tad higher on it than me.
Why?
I'm very excited for it, but I'm really excited for the Batman Part 2.
You gave Batman Part 1 for the longest time a 1 out, like a 5 out of 10.
Yes, and then they made a 10 out of 10 TV show in the universe, and then I rewatched the film, and it made me like it a whole 2 points higher. And Matt Reeves...
So 2 points higher, what is it, an 8?
It's a 9. And Matt Reeves is one of my favorite filmmakers
you like Batman
of all
Part
time.
1 more than Superman?
No.
Okay, are you excited for the Batman universe or the DC universe more? That's tough. Overall, it's got to be the DCU.
Yes, of course. But
and
the quality of product that we've gotten from the 2 DC Batman Epic Crime Saga franchise projects we've gotten have been unbelievable. And Matt Reeves did 2 of my favorite movies of all time with the 2.
Yes, but it's the DCU and James Gunn.
It is. It is.
I like the Batman Part 1 a lot. I do. But it still has the problems that you said it had the problems.
Of course, yeah.
And it's still freaking 3 hours long.
It is 3 hours long.
And I think it's one of the best superhero movies we've gotten in the last 10 years. And I think The Penguin is potentially one of the greatest superhero TV shows of all time.
I would agree with that. I would say it's top 10 easily.
But do you like Superman or Batman more, the movie?
I like Superman more, but I like Batman the character more.
Yeah, that's carrying for you a little bit.
And Matt Reeves, considered that his second movie in the Apes franchise is one of, my 5 favorite movies of all time. James Gunn has not made a project I like as much as War for the Planet of the Apes. James Gunn probably hasn't made a project I like as much as Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. So it's trusting Matt Reeves as a filmmaker as well. He also took 5 years to make this project.
Okay, I will put Batman a little bit higher than I probably would, but I'm not putting it second.
That's fine. But I'm just letting you know where I'm at, and you're letting me know where you're at.
So are you going to put Batman above Spider-Man Brand New Day?
I think I am.
I think that's crazy.
But
and you're putting it above Doomsday?
I think I am. But if you are...
Can you pick one of those?
I'd rather put it ahead of Spider-Man than Doomsday.
So it would go Doomsday, Batman, Spider-Man?
Correct. But that's heinous.
That is heinous, because I would put Spider-Man over Doomsday.
Yeah, I think I would too, to be honest.
So you want to go
Doomsday's
back?
such an event. I've got no idea. Beyond the Spider-Verse is number 1.
Yes. Superman is 2.
I don't know if I agree with that.
What do you want? I'm not putting Batman at 2.
That's fine, but now that I'm thinking about it, I think I'm going to put Spider-Man and Doomsday ahead of Superman.
Well, I'm not putting Batman above... I'm not putting Batman that high. That's crazy.
You and I, the divide here is Superman.
Correct. Did you see what they posted? It's
Yeah. Well,
Lex Luthor in his thing.
Yeah, I mean, we could just talk about it now. Superman sequel has been greenlit. Man of Tomorrow comes out July 9th, 2027. We've gotten multiple Jim Lee drawn comic images, which is an incredible way to announce the film. It does show Lex in his war suit, and depending on who you ask, some people believe that they're working together in this movie based on the way the images are framed. Maybe against Brainiac? Are we going to get a Belle Reeve in prison interview between Clark Kent and Lex Luthor? That would be money.
That's something he would do. Something James Gunn would do. No, I mean, my favorite thing about the drawings is obviously how, they're comic-y and everything, but, this confirms 2 things. Number one, his suit, which is so iconic and so perfect for this universe, I think. And 2, we're getting Lex back, which we assumed we would and was a requirement of mine. I want to see more of this Lex, but this just kind of confirms that not only is he coming back, but he's coming back in a major role, which I'm very happy about.
The best news for me is the timing of it, right? We just got Superman. Superman is actually still in theaters, and you've already announced the sequel, and it comes out in 2 years. Actually, less than 2 years from today.
Yeah.
It's like...
Compare that to Batman.
Correct.
Part 1 and part 2.
It's like in 22 months or something, we're getting Superman, which is incredible. That's incredible turnaround. Think about how long it's been since we've seen Shang-Chi. Many people believe that's a good movie. And
I would be one of those, and those people would be correct.
I would not be one of those. But he doesn't have a sequel in sight at all. But we're getting a sequel to a Superman movie 2 years after. That's incredible news.
This is good stuff.
Really good. That's the most exciting thing for me. That we're doing shit.
That's why it should be number 2.
Over Spider-Man. Did you hear the interview that Tom Holland has been watching videos on the internet, seeing what fans want? He's probably seen one of our videos. That shit got me horny.
So, okay, let's just look at it. We got Batman, Superman, Spider-Man, Brand New Day, and Doomsday.
That's the top 4?
No, after
Spider-Verse.
You're putting Superman at the bottom of that list?
I think I am. Because the turnaround is amazing. That's a great thing, right? The turnaround is a major, major positive. But by that same argument, it's going to be, 5 years since we've seen Tom Holland's Spider-Man? No Way Home came out in 21. It's how many years since we've gotten an Avengers movie? 2019. So that Doomsday. Last time we've seen RDJ in an Avengers, that's amazing. I'm fascinated for what they're going to do with Doctor Doom. I love Fantastic Four. I love Thunderbolts. I'm excited to see those people again. And then you compare that, and then Batman, it's been...
If you had to pick one thing to be at the number 1 of those 4, other than Batman, what are you picking?
It's Superman, it's Spider-Man or Doomsday.
Okay. Which one? Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Okay, so Spider-Man goes there.
Spider-Man goes 2?
3. Oh, yeah, 2. Frick. Whack.
You and I we're divided on Superman here.
So what we have to do here is put Superman and Batman in the middle and put one of those 4 at the bottom.
Doomsday.
So Doomsday is at the bottom.
Yeah.
Which is going to freak a lot of people out.
Yeah.
So it goes...
It's still top 5.
Beyond, Spider-Man, Superman, Batman,
Batman, Doomsday. And then Secret Wars...
Supergirl, Mando, Clayface.
Mando, Clayface.
Starfighter.
That's a pretty good list.
I'm fine with that.
I'm fine with that as well. I gave you Superman
I
higher
appreciate
than the Batman.
I appreciate it.
And you're right. I mean, Superman's our favorite movie of the year. The sequel to our favorite movie of the year should hold some fucking weight.
I think so.
Yeah.
And again, he is the lead of a universe that's going to be giving us so much. I do love the Batman universe, but we have only gotten one movie and one TV show in the last 5 years.
But they're both peak.
They're both peak.
So speaking of the Batman, I want to talk about this. You ready for this? This is crazy. Since the Batman came out, James Gunn will have directed or wrote Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, Creature Commandos, Superman, Peacemaker Season 2, and Superman Man of Tomorrow, all between the Batman and the Batman Part 2 coming out. That's wild.
Why is it some things take so much longer? Like, I know there's 5 kabillion things that go into making a movie.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, there's a window.
Yep.
Of like acceptability.
Yeah.
Like, it's just so weird how things get caught up in the weeds.
Mm-hmm.
I understand maybe a movie taking a year or two longer, but 9 years for Avatar: Way of Water or whatever the frick, and the Batman Part 2.
Well, the Avatar movies make a little bit of sense to me because they're like entire CGI environments.
Yeah, but he's in between Way of Water and Fire and Ash. It's been what, 2-3 years?
Yeah, but didn't he make them like at the same time?
Maybe.
(2026) and 2027.
We're locked.
We're munching. We're not even eating. We're munching.
We're docking.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we are.
Of those movies of 2026, 2027, of the upcoming nerd stuff, what is the films you have the most confidence in, and what are the films that you have the least confidence in?
I have the least confidence in Secret Wars and Doomsday.
Doomsday.
I don't think Doomsday gonna be good.
Okay.
No.
You have the least confidence in Secret Wars and Doomsday.
Yes, they have the most to lose because of the RDJ thing and the Russo brother thing and the no one knows what the frick's going on thing.
Obviously, we would not want this to happen. This is the opposite of what we would want to happen. But what happens if Doomsday specifically is just horrible? It's Quantumania level bad. Like, obviously that tarnishes the legacy of Robert Downey Jr. in superhero movies. It tarnishes the legacy of the Russo brothers, who haven't made a good movie since they left the MCU. But then...
Incorrect. Gray Man's amazing.
I'm just saying public opinion.
Public opinion's wrong.
Does this tarnish Kevin Feige's legacy and everything that he's worked for?
A little bit, but I mean after that, I guess it would have to be the Star Wars stuff.
Yeah, but the Star Wars stuff, of course, is going to be at the bottom. You know,
and Clayface.
I think Clayface is probably the one I'm most confident in being great.
More than Beyond, more than Superman, more than Batman Part 2.
Yeah, call me crazy. It's just so much less of a scale. There's nothing riding on it.
Yeah.
So there's no like pressure with that one. And Flanagan is unbelievable, right? He made Haunting of Hill House. He made Hush. You like Hush quite a bit, right? The deaf horror movie. There's just Flanagan, and the fact that he wrote it and was like passionate about it, and the fact that they fast tracked it, right? The DCU. They announced a ton of stuff at that DC Fandom. Booster Gold, Waller, The Authority, Lanterns. And the fact that we're getting Clayface, a Clayface horror, body horror movie, before 90% of the stuff that was announced, that turns heads for me. That's making me go, oh, that's interesting.
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Do you feel like the body horror Clayface movie directed by...
I forget the director. It's written by Mike Flanagan.
Okay, that's written by Mike Flanagan. Makes more sense in the Batman universe?
I understand that thought process.
You know what I mean? Because we're getting Superman, which is Superman.
Yep.
Very comic-y, very bright. And then Supergirl, which has, you know...
It'll be a different tone, for sure.
It'll be a different tone, but still not the Batman level tone.
Correct.
And this seems very gross and terrible. And that seems like it would fit a lot more in the Batman.
It seems counterproductive to the theming of the DCU so far.
Yeah, but it is also interesting that they are allowing themselves to have different themes and different genres, and the whole universe can encompass all those different things, which I think most people would like. I would like that.
That's why I look at this like a positive, right? I feel that the MCU has pigeonholed itself a little bit because so much of the first 3 phases is just the same thing. It's the same tone.
Correct.
It's the same thing. Where that's what I kind of love and respect about Clayface coming out this early. It's James Gunn and Peter Safran putting their dicks on the table and being like, no. We are not pigeonholing ourselves. Like, we could go this weird this quick.
In the MCU, like, I remember when Multiverse of Madness was coming out, it was described as like the first MCU horror movie. Do you remember that?
Yep.
And like, there's one jump scare.
Yep.
It's not a horror movie. It just seems like another MCU movie.
Yep.
And I was actually, when that news came out, I was like, oh, this is good. I would like to see something new in the MCU, give us a different feel and genre or whatever. And then it just wasn't really that.
No.
So we'll see what happens with Clayface. Maybe it's more of the same. Maybe it's not.
Same thing with Moon Knight. Do you remember the advertising for Moon Knight? Kevin Feige had like this quote that it was like, oh yeah, we're gonna zoom in on this action, and you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, you're gonna cut away, and we're gonna be like, no, we're not cutting away. We are gonna show you this. We're gonna.
Yeah,
it was like
that.
a quote like that.
Yeah.
Not true, by the way.
Yeah.
Nothing like that in Moon Knight. In fact, they do cut away from the brutal action.
And Echo was another one where it was like the trailer made it seem like we were like, oh, this is gonna be TVMA, like we're gonna get some crazy stuff. He's beating up a guy in the dumpster in the alley, taking his head off or something.
Yeah.
And then Echo sucked balls.
Yeah. And another one, another thing in the DCU that we're not really kind of talking about right now is Peacemaker Season 2, right? The first episode, everybody's fucking naked. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's showing how rated R this franchise and this universe can get that quickly. Yeah. I'm
so excited. I'm just like...
I know. I'm just really respecting of the what we're doing here. And Superman's going to be Superman.
Yeah.
And, you know, we'll see what they're doing with Batman in the DCU.
Buckle up. So when's Batman Brave and the Bold coming out? We don't know. Bro, we're getting 2 Superman movies before a Batman movie? It is a little all over the place.
It is a little all over
the start of the MCU was a little more succinct, and I like that.
Sure.
We get Iron Man and Iron Man 2, but we get Captain America, Thor, and then and Hulk, and we get an Avengers. That makes sense to me.
Yeah. No, hypothetically, the DCU should start with Superman, Batman,
Wonder Woman,
Green
Justice
Lantern,
League.
like stuff like that, you know, and then maybe a Martian Manhunter, a Green Arrow in there, and then a Justice League.
Yeah, it seems... I'm hoping they're not trying to do too much. Because it seems like the DCU is where the MCU is right now, with TV shows and movies and a universe that's already established.
Yeah.
Which I get that they're trying to jump into it, which I like.
Yeah.
But they also might be trying to do a little bit too much. But we'll see.
You think? You think
we're
they're
getting
doing too much?
We're getting a Clayface body horror movie before a Batman movie. It's a little weird. And a Waller TV show. Like,
will Batman be in Clayface?
Maybe.
We talked about it with Soups on our last Soups episode, where he said he was really excited about the idea of Batman being an antagonistic figure, which I would love. So, speaking of Batman, I've got a kind of surprise for you right now. Mm-hmm. We don't do fan casts. We don't do them. We don't like them. But, gun to my head, I was forced to fan cast Batman the Brave and the Bold. Mm-hmm. And I sat there and I thought about this and I took notes and I did my research, and I think I've got for you the cast of the DCU's Batman, and I want to hear your thoughts. You ready? Mm-hmm. Well, we're not going to start with Batman because that would be too easy. We're going to start with Commissioner Gordon. I've got Ewan McGregor.
The accent's not going to throw you off? Can he do like a...
He can do an American.
Can he?
Yeah.
He looks it. I mean, he's older now, right?
Yep.
Get him a beard.
Yep.
Put some gray in it.
Yep.
Or do you want a younger Commissioner Gordon?
No, I want an older Commissioner Gordon. I think
he looks the part.
And he's a great actor. One of our better actors of our generation.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I'll start you at an A right now.
Thank you. For Joker, I go the obvious choice. I go Bill Skarsgård.
Okay. Obviously, I'm rocking with that. I had a friend message me the other day and said Jack Quaid. I know immediately you're like, no.
Interesting.
But
yeah,
it could be a thing.
Interesting.
It could be a thing. Because this guy, my friend, is a fan of Jack Quaid and has watched him in a solid amount of things.
Yeah.
And Because you obviously think of him as Huey and the Boys, this like
Yeah.
skinny, you know,
Yeah.
quirky, uptight guy. That's not the Joker. But if you take that, you take Novocaine, you take some of the other stuff he's done, like he can probably do like a crazy. Just a thought. I obviously like Bill a lot better, but
I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
it was interesting. Made me think. Okay, next.
Alfred. Ray Fiennes.
Yeah. With that for sure.
Alfred has to be a great actor. That's something that a lot of people underrate about Batman is Alfred is always great, right? Jeremy Irons, legend. Obviously. Michael Caine. Doesn't get better than that.
Andy Serkis.
Yeah, Andy Serkis, right?
Alfred is so important.
So
To
important.
the Batman story. Like, he is the baseline. Like, the most important scenes might have
Usually with Alfred.
Yeah, it might
Yes,
have Alfred. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, so that's good.
All right. You ready? You sitting down? Got Batman right here for you. I think you're going to hate this. But I'm kind of following the notion. Batman should be the fucking man, right? I don't want Sklenar. I don't want Alan Richardson, right? We do too often, people do these fan casts for Batman, and it's this no-name. Who has been Batman before? Michael Keaton. Yeah, George Clooney wasn't great. Val Kilmer wasn't great, but both of those guys are like the coolest guys of all time. Robert Pattinson, one of the greatest actors of our generation. Christian Bale, arguably the greatest actor of our generation. You got to get a top dog. So I got a top dog. Jake Gyllenhaal.
You know, I glazed this man into oblivion.
Yeah.
Any chance I
One
get.
of your favorite actors.
He's top 5, top 3 maybe for me.
But you don't like this.
No.
Yeah, I didn't.
No.
think
I'm saying I just love him so much. Give him whatever.
Oh, interesting.
You know what I mean? Like,
Interesting.
And I think he's so good. I think he could do it.
Yeah.
I think he could do it.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people will have the reaction that you're saying of like, really, this A-list actor, blah blah blah. You know, kind of how they did with Ben Affleck. But I think this is on paper better than Ben. And you like Ben.
I love Ben.
And I didn't dislike Ben.
You just have to get a guy, in my opinion.
Is he big enough?
Roadhouse.
Yeah, he's freaking. I'm just looking at his face. I love his face.
I know. You have to get a guy. And Superman is the kind of role that, like, if you play Superman, that can make your career. You know what I'm saying? I just don't think Batman is that. I think you gotta be a guy to be Batman.
I could see it. I see it. Make him a little sad boy.
What did you think of my fan casting of major roles in the Batman in the DCU?
I'll give you an A.
Really?
Yeah, I like it.
Thank you. Wow, I'm so surprised. I'm thrilled to hear that. So, we've got a couple more fun things we're going to do. You've got a Would They Survive prepared. I've got an Agree or Disagree, and we're going to see if we're going to do a bracket. What do you want to go do now?
You want to do the Would They Survive?
Sure.
So we're going to do Would They Survive, and then, yeah, we'll do a bracket if we have time. We'll see. All right. We're going to start off. So Would They Survive? I basically give you a scenario with a couple different characters, and you tell me whether they would win or survive said scenario. We're starting with all animals.
Okay.
So the one that's trying to survive is Crypto.
Okay.
Crypto is going against the following other animal characters. I'm going to give you 2 scenarios, and I want you to say whether Crypto would survive in either. Mm-hmm. Okay. Tigress, Puss in Boots, Rocket Raccoon, Leonardo, Toothless, Stitch, and Gorilla Grodd.
Shit.
Now, Gorilla Grodd,
Yeah.
I'm giving him the intellect and the strength and the size and stuff like that, but he cannot mind control Crypto.
Fabulous.
I'm not giving him that.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so that's scenario 1, just
Yes.
them.
Yeah. You named a lot of iconic characters.
Yes.
You named a lot of very, very powerful characters. Toothless is so strong. And Stitch, I mean, how do you even beat Stitch other than water? There's so many things in there that it's like I don't know how those some of the strongest animal characters ever, and even kind of the lower end characters you included, like Tigress, has great feats and extreme strength and extreme technical ability. The issue is that I don't know how any of them actually damage crypto.
Correct.
And crypto's strength feats in your, I think you're specifically going DCU crypto just because that's what we have in the current zeitgeist. The thing with current DCU crypto is he causes damage to Superman. He actually genuinely hurts Superman. And without kryptonite, we don't really see that Superman be damaged too much, other than the Hammer of Baravia and a clone of him, who is a clone of himself. Like,
Correct.
I'm having trouble understanding how that group defeats crypto. But you've got such an arsenal there, and you have Gorilla Grodd with the strength of the mind, right?
Yeah.
That can coordinate.
Correct. So he would kind of be the leader, but yeah, the firepower I just don't think is there.
No.
Rocket Raccoon, Puss in Boots,
No.
Leonardo, they're Tigress, they're
immediately.
They're zero factors.
No.
And then Toothless and Stitch might be able to go toe to toe for a second, but they're not killing Crypto.
Stitch is the one that's going to last the longest.
But he's not doing anything.
But he's not doing anything to Crypto.
The thing is, like, in the Kung Fu Panda universe, there's the unlock your passcode on their freaking chest and make them take out their chi or whatever, but we never see Tigress specifically do that. If I put Poe or who's the turtle?
Oogway.
If I put Oogway or Poe in there, they could potentially make Crypto like pass out.
If they could get onto Crypto. Crypto's also fast.
Yeah. So you're giving it to Crypto.
I am. I'm giving it to a not distracted Crypto. If Crypto cares to beat them, it's Crypto, I think, handedly.
I mean, I think Crypto doesn't care until they attack Crypto, and then I think Crypto will care.
Yeah.
And then I think they lose.
Is there anything like the Engineer? What the Engineer does to Crypto? They don't have access to anything like that.
I'm giving Rocket Raccoon and Leonardo like their normal stuff. So Leonardo's got his weapons and Rocket's got like a
Rocket's
gun.
extremely smart, but Rocket's going to be taken out the quickest.
Correct.
And Leo's not doing anything with his fucking swords.
Yeah.
I love Leo, though.
So the second scenario,
Yeah, please.
Is
with Crypto.
yes, with Crypto, it's all the same characters,
Oh,
but they have one shard of kryptonite, and it's about this big.
they win immediately. It's just
How, and what are they doing
There's
with it?
too many of them. There's too many of them that are fast, strong, and smart, and you have Gorilla Grodd and Rocket Raccoon's brains. Like,
So what are they doing? Are they giving it to Tigress? Are they putting it on Puss in Boots' sword?
it doesn't really
Are they
matter.
giving
You
it to
can kind of
Stitch?
football it to each other, and eventually somebody will get close enough. There's just too many of them that are too strong. Like Stitch, I don't know how Crypto's going to kill Stitch, because Stitch's feats of survivability are so strong. Mm-hmm. Right? He crash lands on Earth from a spaceship that's going however many miles an hour. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he's fine. Like, and then he gets hit by a bus, and then he's kind of fine after that. Like, yeah, he's incapacitated a little bit, but then he's fine.
Yeah, that shouldn't have knocked him out, to be honest.
But he gets knocked about after the crashing of the ship.
Yeah, I guess you could combine those two. Like later in the movie, he literally uses a tanker truck of oil and lava to launch himself hundreds of thousands of feet into the air. You know what I mean? So it's like, and he was happy about that.
Yeah.
So,
but the bus didn't just hit him. You got
he
the wheels, and he's in the.
he got effed up. Okay, so you're giving it to them if they have one shard of kryptonite about this.
I think I'm giving it to them handedly with one shard of kryptonite. Yeah.
All right, next one.
Yeah.
Me.
Andrew Parker.
Correct. Straight fist to cuffs in a parking lot.
Okay.
With one Zutara shipper. So I want you to think about, you got to take two things into account here. Number one, my immense crash out rage that will give me a buff. And then take into account, just picture what you think is the average Zutara shipper. How do you picture them? Are they jacked? Are they not? What do they look like? Are they taller than me? And then kind of balance that out.
Here's the issue with this: would they survive? Because I've yet to picture a Zutara shipper that isn't a woman. I don't think I know a single male Zutara shipper.
Connor does a little bit.
Really?
But I'm beating the brakes off of Connor.
You're beating the brakes off of Connor.
If I have to.
Like, I'm just picturing Rachel Everin You're beating the shit out of Rachel Everett. No disrespect.
No,
We're
no
huge fans of Rachel
love
Everett. We
Rachel
love you
Everett.
so much.
In this crazy
Yes.
hypothetical. And she comes up to me and is like, we're fighting. By the way,
Zutara.
Katara should have banged Zuko.
Yeah.
It's
going to be like the rage that we see with the Hulk. It's going
Yes.
to give you more strength.
Yes.
You're going to be the color red. You're going to be Red Hulk.
It's who cares you do level, but I'm fighting.
Yeah.
So it's a random Zutara shipper. So you just got to think about the average, what you think I would get there.
I think you've got it.
Okay. Thank you.
I think you've got it.
All right. Next.
Just based on what I'm picturing. But that was a good question.
Thank you. Cecil
Yep.
from Invincible.
Yeah.
All right. He is walking into a building,
Okay.
large building. He has 10 minutes of prep time.
Okay.
5 to 10 minutes. That's all I'm giving him.
Yeah.
He has Donald on the line,
Sure.
so he can talk to Donald. Donald can give him information, but he does not have any of the other equipment
Okay.
that, who does he work for? I don't know.
Yep.
That they can provide.
Yep.
Now, he can teleport 3 times. He can do his little teleport thing 3 times, but that's it.
Okay.
His mission is to kill the Thunderbolts who are in the building.
Do they have Bob?
Bob is Bob. I'm not giving them Sentry.
But you can't kill him.
You don't know. Just take Bob out of it. The other ones. So you've got Bucky, Red Guardian, Ghost, Yelena,
And it's Cecil alone
Cecil alone.
with 10 minutes of prep time.
Yeah, so he can-
bring weapons.
He's got a gun.
Are the Thunderbolts together?
They are spread out in the building.
Ooh.
They could fight each other,
Yeah.
but they don't know Cecil is coming necessarily.
Ghost is the problem
Ghost is yes.
because Bucky has been nerfed to shit since Winter Soldier. So I actually think we've got Bucky.
Okay.
Red Guardian's an idiot,
But he's strong. He is a super soldier. Oh, and they've got
but he's an idiot.
they've got
Wyatt Russell. Mm-hmm. U.S. agent is not an idiot, and he's strong, but he's also an idiot. He's just a different kind of idiot than Alexei.
Cecil's smarter than everyone on that list.
Absolutely.
Right? And he's got the resources, but is it enough to take out 2 super soldiers, 3 super soldiers?
He can't get any outside help. It's
He
him
has
alone.
Donald on the line.
I know, but he can't call in a
No,
superhero
he can't
from that
no.
universe.
Like Donald can be like, this is this person's weakness, or maybe they can
Yeah,
scan
but they only have 10 minutes. 10 minutes of prep, but Donald can help during.
during.
How many hours are you giving this, or you're not? It's just
Yeah,
until he's killed or he
Correct.
kills.
Yeah,
This is one of your best would they survives ever, Andrew.
I like this one.
I think he takes
Thank you.
out several, but I don't think he gets all of them.
You think someone's gonna get him from behind? Or something?
Eventually, somebody's going to get him. Whether it's Yelena, who is unbelievably competent, right? Against human level characters, she 1v however many's against at the start in the opening, right? She jumps off that building. She's just peak competence, in my opinion, okay?
Correct.
And then Wyatt Russell, a U.S. agent, is not peak competence, but he is competent, and he's really strong. Ghost isn't peak competence, but Ghost is power. Ghost's power is so problematic. And then, if you're not a superhuman, and then Red Guardian's an idiot. I think Red Guardian might be the first to die. I don't care how strong he is. He can be shot. He doesn't have his shield.
Keep in mind, he's got 3 teleports. So if someone does get him from behind, he might be able to teleport. And we see that he is fast enough to teleport out of Nolan's way.
I know.
Multiple times.
I know. That's an incredibly impressive feat.
He dodges Omni-Man.
But you're only giving me 3. If you gave me infinite, I'd say it was him. But you're only giving me 3. That's problematic.
Okay. So you go in Thunderbolts?
Fuck. Yeah.
All right.
I'm going the Thunderbolts will eventually, the number of them, coupled with the fact, like if you gave me an hour of prep time with Cecil, I think it'd be closer. 10 minutes I don't think is enough to bring the right gear. A gun isn't beating Ghost. That's my take. A gun isn't beating Ghost. And what's he doing to beat Ghost? 10 minutes of prep time isn't telling me. Considering how long it takes him, think about how long it takes him to have the ear thing for Mark. He's smart enough to have something like that. But it's not, that 10 minutes isn't enough
You
to
don't
have
think
something.
he'd be able... they take Ghost out in Thunderbolts with a sound thing in the wall. You don't think...
I don't think he's quick enough to have that in 10 minutes.
Really? Mm-hmm. Mark shows up in the Pentagon, and he immediately has a white room ready with animate men ready to go. Cecil's always prepared. So you don't think he would be able to get a sound mechanism to take out Ghost in 10 minutes? All right.
No.
I might disagree with you there, but
All right.
I'm giving it to Thunderbolts. Okay. 2 more.
Okay.
We have, given that it's relevant, Peacemaker.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
on his team, Chicago Bears running back David Montgomery, past Chicago.
Yeah.
Former.
Chicago Bears running back David Montgomery.
Yes.
Sure.
Okay.
Is he still underrated in this prompt?
Yes, of course.
Okay. Yeah.
Peacemaker gets one of his helmets.
Okay.
So he can choose which one it is.
Yeah.
It's in a football stadium,
Okay.
given it's David Montgomery.
Yep.
It's
Huge
not
advantage for David Montgomery.
it's not just the field. Yes, correct. And it can be any football stadium, so it can be one David Montgomery knows very well.
So it could be Lions or Bears.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah.
It's not just the field, it's the whole stadium.
Okay.
There are 10 Outriders
Ooh.
and 1 Corvus Glaive.
Corvus Glaive is a problem here.
Is he, though?
Yep. Corvus Glaive is like 8 feet tall. And Corvus Glaive is extremely strong, and Corvus Glaive has Corvus Glaive's glaive.
Yeah, but Peacemaker has his gun, I'll give him what he normally has on him. So his helmet...
The only thing we see kill Corvus Glaive. This is why I'm going to go with the Outriders and Corvus Glaive here. Okay. The Outriders are strong as fuck, by the way. They give Steve Rogers a problem. When he's one-on-one with one. And so they're strong as fuck, and they're fast. They're scary. Okay? So I get it. Peacemaker's got projectiles. I get that. David Montgomery doesn't have shit. David Montgomery's got a helmet, probably. The issue with Corvus Glaive is we do not see anything kill Corvus Glaive other than a snap from the Infinity Stones or his own glaive. That's the problem. Ebony Maw dies from space.
But who kills him? Isn't it Black Widow or somebody?
No, it's Steve Rogers holding his glaive. He stabs him with his own glaive. Okay? That glaive, by the way, that was
Vision does it.
Vision does it Vision does it, but by the way, this glaive is so strong, it pierced Vision's body, and Vision wasn't able to phase, and it caused Vision so much harm.
But also,
it takes Vision out of
the
Infinity War
first time
completely.
we see Corvus Glaive show up, he gets his butt handed to him by Falcon and Black Widow, and she's literally like, stand up, and he says, I can't. And he has to be rescued by the little teleport thing.
But I got news for you. Peacemaker isn't Falcon, isn't Black Widow, isn't Steve Rogers.
No, I think Black Widow and Steve Rogers, at least for sure, take him. But his helmet does help a little bit. I don't know if it helps enough to take out 10 Outriders. I think in a 1v1, Peacemaker could potentially take on Corvus Glaive.
Because of the projectiles.
Because of the projectiles in the helmet.
I'm with you, but...
Oh, by the way, he also gets Eagly.
Eagly moves the needle here.
A little bit, but not
Eagly
enough.
moves the needle here, but I still think I'm going Corvus
I think
Glaive.
Eagly could take out one Outrider or distract Corvus Glaive. If it was Peacemaker and Eagly versus Corvus Glaive,
I'm giving it to them. Correct.
Yeah. I forgot to put that down.
Yeah, the Outriders are a problem, and I just don't. Even if you take out all 10 Outriders, I don't know how you're beating Corvus Glaive, because Cull Obsidian, we see die twice. Ebony Maw, we see dies to space. Like, there's so many of those, of the Black Order. Proxima Midnight gets crushed by one of those things, right? And they all die in ways that I think are beatable. Corvus Glaive,
He literally just gets stabbed in the back.
By a glaive that stabs Vision, that prevents him from phasing.
So I don't understand why that's more of an advantage. Peacemaker doesn't phase through things.
I'm saying that the feat of we only see him die to one very specific thing that is a very strong specific thing.
Yeah, he would have died unless he was saved by Proxima Midnight and the teleport thing by two humans, basically.
Corvus Glaive like 1v8s in Wakanda in the Techno Lab. He fucks up Shuri. He fucks up all of the Wakandans. And Wakandans are strong. Stronger than David Montgomery, I'll tell you that.
Okay, if it's the Dora Milaje, maybe. But, like...
I thought it was the Dora Milaje.
I've heard it both ways.
Okay.
I don't know. I think you're I don't know.
You think I'm overrating the feats of Corvus Glaive?
In the movies, yes.
It's still the Outriders because there's 10 of them.
Yes, I'll give it to him because of the Outriders. But, like... All right. Last one. You have the main Toy Story squad.
Yeah, great.
You got Woody, Buzz. I'll give you Jesse. Mr. Potato Head, and you want Slinky Dog or Rex?
Probably Rex.
Okay. You got Rex, Buzz, Jesse, Woody, Mr. Potato Head.
Okay.
They're in a house.
Can I switch Mr. Potato Head for Slinky?
No.
Damn.
Yeah, you might have effed up on that one. Slinky's very... Useful.
I know.
We'll come back to it. They are in a house. They have to get out of the house through the front door.
Okay.
Roaming the house are the following evil pets. So you've got...
Lucifer,
cat. You've got Lucifer. You've got Scud, so that's Sid's dog.
Mm-hmm.
You've got Iago.
Wow.
You also have Diablo, who is Maleficent's raven. And you've got Roscoe and DeSoto, who are the two dogs from Oliver and Company, the two Great Danes or whatever they were.
Sure.
The Toy Story squad has the night before to prepare some sort of heist like they did in Toy Story 3. And they have to get out.
All right. You ready? I've got a clear answer for this. They are not getting out, okay? But if you give me every toy from Toy Story 3, they are getting out.
Okay, so who else do you need? You need Slinky Dog?
I need Slinky, no question about it.
Yep.
I need the telephone toy from Toy Story 3.
To give you the info?
Because he's going to give me the layout.
I could maybe give you that, but you don't get Slinky.
Yeah, I need Slinky.
No Slinky.
Because how are we supposed to go across the ceiling in a creative way? Mr. Potato Head, though, I'm glad I didn't trade him out because he's going to need to be some kind of food.
Yes, he's going to have to put his face on a pickle or something.
Yes, correct.
Who else are we missing? That's basically all of them. Mrs. Potato Head.
Yeah.
Barbie is there.
Yeah.
She doesn't do too much.
No, but she distracts Ken.
Yeah, but there's no Ken. We're just dealing with the animals.
Yeah, that's my answer.
I
need more toys, but if you give me more toys, I think we can do it. But with the current allotment of 5 you've given me, I don't think they can do it.
Fair. Ham is another one.
Ham, because here's the thing. In the 5 that you've given me, Mr. Potato Head is a tremendous weak link. If you remove Mr. Potato Head and Rex, and you just give me Buzz, Jesse, and Woody, I think they can do it.
Correct. But they're going together.
But if it's a minimum 5, Rex and Mr. Potato Head are both liabilities. Especially Rex being so big.
All right.
That's my take. That was a great Would They Survive segment. I'm going to give you an A.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right. You ready?
Yeah.
The pleasantness is over.
Oh, boy. Yeah, I've heard this. You've described this agree or disagree as nasty.
Yes. Not pod ending, but close, probably. But there are some...
Don't piss me off.
There are some that... the podcast, Andrew. No. There are some in here that are fine. We're just hopping into it. Agree or disagree. Y'all know the vibes. No matter what either of us want to believe, we both like bad movies.
3, 2, 1. Sure, I'm sure there's a bad movie out there that I like.
Like The Greatest Showman.
The Greatest Showman is not a bad movie.
Every time you say how much you love it, that we get countless comments about, holy shit, this guy's an idiot.
Yeah, the people say the same.
I haven't seen it, by the way.
People say the same thing about Interstellar, and Interstellar is clearly a great movie. No, I'm not giving you that. Greatest Showman is not a bad movie, but I am sure there is a bad movie that I like.
Like TASM 2.
No, I'm not giving TASM 2 that.
TASM 2 is a bad movie.
There are bad things in that movie. No, not objectively. I like Live Free or Die Hard.
Oh,
that's like the
probably a
fourth
bad
Die
one.
Hard movie. That used to be my second favorite movie of all time growing up.
Wow, that's
and
terrible.
I probably still love that movie because it's just so much fun.
Yeah.
So I'm sure there's more like that I like that I shouldn't. But no, I'm not saying Greatest Showman is one of those.
Are you a fan of the spoof movies, like Scary Movie and Superhero Movie and those?
I haven't seen any of them.
Oh, okay. Well,
and like some of the Saw movies suck balls, but I say I like all of them.
Jigsaw is apparently horrible.
I freaking hate that people say that. But Saw like 3 through 7, I'll give you those are bad. Yeah.
So I recently rewatched 10 Things I Hate About You, which is one of the best rom-coms ever. It's so good. Heath Ledger. But there's a spoof movie called Not Another Teen Movie that spoofs 10 Things I Hate About You hard. It spoofs a bunch of those teen movie rom-com kind of movies from the early 2000s. It stars Chris Evans. That's like one of my favorite viewing experiences of my life. Is the first time I saw Not Another Teen Movie. Objectively terrible movie, but it is so funny that I love it. I love it so much. So that's a bad movie.
But why is it a bad movie if it's funny? If you find it funny, why is not? That's a
You're
good
right,
piece
it's
of
doing
it's a good piece of entertainment.
It's doing what it's trying to do.
Yeah. It's not trying to be The Godfather.
I like Samurai Cop, which is trying to be Lethal Weapon, and it's very much not.
Okay.
So
yeah. Everyone out there has liked a bad movie or two.
Yeah. Henry Cavill's Superman would beat David Cornsweet's Superman in a fight.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Wait. Henry Cavill's would win.
Henry Cavill would win.
The only reason I'm saying this is because I think Chris made a video about it, and I think he said Man of Steel, Superman would win.
And you're trusting Chris.
And here. I trust Chris.
You're trusting Chris, who you differ on opinions with, like, constantly?
Not constantly. He doesn't like Homecoming, so I like him. No. He spends a lot more time doing power scaling.
That's his full-time job.
And he referenced a lot of things in Man of Steel that I didn't remember, and I can't remember his conclusion in the video, but I'm pretty sure he said Henry Cavill Superman still has it.
The World Machine. That feat is incredible by Henry Cavill Superman. My reasoning, because I understand that the David Cornsweet feat of the blowing the breath to save them from the black hole is a tremendous feat. Staying that long in that river after being kryptonite poisoned, tremendous feat. Like, David Cornsweet Superman has tremendous feats, and I understand if some of those are more impressive than Henry Cavill overall. Henry Cavill overall, I just think has that killer instinct. I think Henry Cavill is way more likely to just kill David Cornsweet.
I think Chris even maybe mentioned that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know if I'll be able to find it. You can go to the next one. Oh, wait. That's right here.
Henry Cavill Superman. Obviously, we don't get a time limit on how fast it was, but at this point, Henry Cavill's relative to Barry Allen's Flash was significantly faster than anything we've seen within the DCU.
Yes.
Which will honestly change in
That's
the
a
future
great
of the verse
point,
when
Chris.
Flash is introduced and we see different feats, but at this point, he just isn't. And then we see Superman effortlessly take down Steppenwolf, someone that was taking on all the Amazons and all the Atlanteans by himself. As an enjoyer of both Superman, at this point, Henry Cavill is just stronger, faster, more durable than David Cornsweet.
So I'm going with that.
Every single point you played, that's phenomenal, Chris. Excellent work.
Nice work, Chris.
Friend of the show. They should not do the Phoenix Saga with the MCU's Jean Grey.
3, 2, 1.
Biggest agree on here. Fuck you.
Why?
We've done it too much. You did it in the 90s X-Men. You kind of hinted at it in X-Men 97. And you've done it twice in the live-action movies. You did it with The Last Stand, and you did it with Dark Phoenix.
Oh, I didn't know they'd done it twice.
I'm over it. Jean Grey is such a phenomenal character. She's so layered. Her relationship with Scott. There's so many great Jean Grey stories that aren't, she's bad now. I'm over it. We've seen so many they're bad now stories in superhero media.
Well, they did it with Wanda's, that's a very similar type thing of how powerful they are and how they turn. So I was going to say disagree because I only thought they did it once in the X-Men movies.
No, they do it with Dark Phoenix and The Last Stand.
So, like, if we had only gotten it once in movie form in the last 20, 30 years, then I'd be like, yeah, it's fine to do it again. Even so, I would want them to, like you said, tell some of the other Jean Grey stories, let her have a character outside of that for, like, a solid period of time, and then maybe eventually do it. So I wouldn't want it to be one of the first things that they do.
No, I'm over it. Over the Phoenix Saga. You could watch the Phoenix Saga in some capacity 4 times on Disney+.
Yeah, but like,
that's my point. She is such a good character beyond that.
Yeah, but there's a lot of Jean Grey stuff that isn't just the Phoenix storyline in X-Men 97 or X-Men or the X-Men movies.
Mm-hmm. I mean, not really in the movies.
X-movies, yeah. Again, you know how I don't remember those movies very well. So
Yeah. I mean, they start hinting at it in Apocalypse. I mean, what's her name? Sophie Turner? Sophie Turner is just Phoenix. Like, that whole Apocalypse and Dark Phoenix. Those movies are bad, man. Holy balls. The Black Panther movies are the worst MCU movies.
3, 2, 1.
Obvious disagree.
Yes.
Can I have a minute here?
Okay.
To explain myself?
Sure.
Because I have said before that the Black Panther franchise is the worst franchise in the MCU, and that's something I still believe. But I want to make it clear that there are countless MCU movies.
Singular movies that are worse. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania is worse. Captain Marvel is worse. The Incredible Hulk is worse. Iron Man 2, Iron Man 3 is worse. There's so many MCU movies I like less than the Black Panther movies. I think Shang-Chi is worse. I have that take, and I don't think I explained myself well enough in that, so I have some things written down that I just want to say real quick. Civil War, Chadwick Boseman's Black Panther is one of the best characters in the MCU. He is incredible. He has an incredible arc. He has an incredible introduction. Every line he says is aura up the ass, and Chadwick Boseman is one of the greatest castings for any superhero of all time. The late, great Chadwick Boseman. He's incredible. Okay, so he is nothing to do with why I feel this way about this franchise. In Black Panther 1, everyone knows I hate CGI, bad CGI in a final battle. That is the worst example in the MCU. That CGI battle is just awful, okay? Then plus, I'm a big fan of Black Panther's villains in that movie, and they kill the both of them. And I just think that that is a bad choice. In hindsight, obviously, the passing of Chadwick Boseman has changed that, but I was sitting there in that theater in 2018 going, what are you doing? How the hell did you just kill Claw? How the hell did you just kill Killmonger? What are you going to do in Black Panther 2? Black Panther does not have an extensive rogues gallery. He is not Spider-Man. He is not Batman. He doesn't have a countless assortment of villains that we could choose from, and you killed probably the two most famous ones in your first movie. I did not know that they were going to bring in a Fantastic Four villain like Namor. So that choice, I don't like that. And then, so I was just sitting there going, where do you go from there? Then the sequel, I believe Wakanda Forever is not a good movie, but I do believe that is completely out of the control of Ryan Coogler and Kevin Feige and everybody involved in the making of that movie. Obviously, we lost the late, great Chadwick Boseman, which is one of the most tragic things that's ever happened in our space. And I don't know how you make Wakanda Forever better, but at the end of the day, Shuri, M'Baku, Okoye, even Queen Ramonda, as incredible as all they are incredible side characters. And Wakanda Forever thrust those characters into the main character spotlight. And especially Shuri, I just don't think as a character, she has that oomph I need. Especially in the wake of Chadwick Boseman, who is just even in the first movie, which I'm not a fan of overall, he is incredible. It's just that moon-sized void left in the wake of the late, great Chadwick Boseman's passing. And you combine that with the fact that Shuri's arc is exactly the same arc we see T'Challa go through in Civil War, and it's done worse. It's a worse rehash. And then a lot of people do know that I do find the after credits scene of Wakanda Forever absolutely disgusting and unforgivable. That you go through this entire press tour saying we are not recasting Chadwick Boseman. We are not recasting Chadwick Boseman. And then at the same time while you're building up the Young Avengers, in the after credits scene you go, by the way, he had a son. He has his exact same name. I thought that was just disgusting. I don't think it would have been disgusting if you went on this whole high horse parade of we are not recasting Chadwick Boseman, but that is a recast. That's exactly what that is. That's why they did it. They were planning on putting him in the Young Avengers, and I found that to be disgusting. And so all those factors combined... You think they were planning on putting Chadwick Boseman in the Young Avengers?
No, young T'Challa was going to be in the Young Avengers.
Okay.
He has the same name. I couldn't. My mouth was agape in that scene. So that is my reasoning for feeling that way about that franchise. But, I think that there's been a lot of things that have been said online about me having that opinion that are obviously not true. And so I just wanted to get out and just give a detailed explanation. So thank you for giving me the agency to do that.
Sure.
You completely disagree about the after credit scene?
I mean, yeah, we've talked about that before.
Yeah.
I think there are multiple examples where you allow people in press tours to completely change your views of shows and movies to a point that I don't think it's fair.
Why the fuck are they saying that on the press tour then? If you're fucking...
First off, I mean, this is obviously Daredevil Born Again is the other example. I don't think, and I went back and looked at everything that a lot of these things that people said about Daredevil Born Again. I don't think any of them were necessarily disingenuous, and I don't think saying that they're not recasting Chadwick Boseman is disingenuous, because recasting Chadwick Boseman would be recasting Chadwick Boseman, not having him have a son. That's completely different. Now, you don't have to like it, but that's not them lying about them recasting.
But you didn't give him a son. You didn't take a character that exists. You created an original character, right? T'Challa in the comics.
That's not recasting Chadwick Boseman.
But it is.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Recasting Chadwick Boseman is what they did to War Machine, where it's the same character, it's the same person, it's just a different actor. And they did not do that to Chadwick Boseman.
Correct, but see, I think if they would have, obviously you can't go on the press tour and say we're not recasting him, and then that movie come out and it is just Stamps and Idris. You can't do that. But, which is what a lot of people would like now for them to do. But what I am saying to you is, going on that press tour and saying we're not recasting Chadwick Boseman, you're right, they are saying we're not Don Cheadle and Terrence Howarding this, but that's what's disingenuous about it, is that you created this son, you gave him the same name, it's an after credit scene, it's not like, and you don't hint at it at all in any of the previous movies, it's an after credit scene to be like, look, there will be another T'Challa. That's what that is to me. And if you didn't interpret that scene that way, that's fine. That's how I interpreted that scene.
Interpreted it what way? They created an original character to continue somewhat of the story and his legacy, but they did not take Chadwick Boseman's character and give it to someone else. They didn't do that. But and that's what they said on the press tour that they weren't going to do.
But
so they told the truth and you had a problem with it.
But that's incredibly disingenuous to me.
You can think that, but that's not what they said. They never said, well, we're not going to have him have a son, and you don't have to like that decision, and you don't have to like the decision that they killed off Foggy or whatever, but they're not going on these press tours lying, and then you taking what they said and believing certain things about it and assuming certain things about it and going into the movie with this preconceived notion that they said something that they didn't say. And that's not fair. And that's making you hate things more than I think you should.
I disagree with you completely. My perspective and my...
Just watch the movie. If you don't like the decision, you don't have to like the decision. But it's not them lying about recasting Chadwick Boseman when they did not recast Chadwick Boseman.
I just think it adds to the... I'm sorry that I always frame it this way, like that's the reason I'm mad about it. I think that after credit scene is disgusting, whether they said that on the press tour or not.
Yeah, I disagree with that too.
The press tour makes it more flagrant for me. That makes it worse. I'm sorry that I framed it in a way that's the only reason I hate that scene.
No, you didn't.
I would hate that scene whether they said that on the press tour or not. Saying that on the press tour makes it more disgusting for me.
Yeah, no, I didn't say that was your only reasoning. No, I don't think that. I think it's stupid that his exact name is T'Challa. I think that's kind of stupid, but...
I don't think that's stupid. I think that's downright disrespectful. I think it's disgusting.
Why?
Because you didn't take... It's just him, that you've replaced him.
No, it's a completely new character.
Yeah, okay.
It's like Shuri becoming Black Panther and being like, oh, well, you replace Black Panther with another character. It's like, yeah.
I don't... Giving him a son that has the exact same name as him is not the same thing.
Okay, so say his name is M'Baku or something else.
Yeah, I think that changes that scene tremendously, yes.
Okay, well, I can agree with you there. I think it's a little stupid that they gave him the exact name. But I don't think... that, like, I don't understand what you think they're going to do. Like, you think they're going to try... Like... What do you think they're doing with the character that is going to be bad?
Well, I don't know if they'll do anything with him now, right? Because the multiverse saga has just been a disaster. So there's plenty of storylines that were planned that have been cut.
Right.
But I think it was very clear with the way they were building with Miss Marvel and Kate Bishop, and you see that in the after credit scene of the Marvels and Catherine Newton's Ant-Man's daughter and all those different Isaiah Bradley's nephew. There's so many young Avengers bits and pieces that it's clear to me that was a young Avengers tease,
right?
With a
so
young T'Challa.
Well, you wouldn't have liked T'Challa having a son being on that team.
I don't like T'Challa having a son existing at all. I don't like that at all. But yes, it makes it worse that I think that was the plan, is to have a superhero in a superhero team named T'Challa in a Black Panther costume.
Say it's not named T'Challa.
Yeah, I think it changes that scene dramatically.
You would be fine with it.
And it can't be in an after credit scene, because that is part of it.
Well, I think having it in the after credit scene is letting Chadwick Boseman's absence be felt an entire movie, and not but also try to continue his legacy.
I understand that.
Because I think if you put it in the movie, then the complaint would be, oh, well, now you're definitely trying to just take away from the impact that Shuri's going through.
I understand
the loss.
I understand that. But I do kind of feel like they take away the impact of the loss of Chadwick Boseman by killing Queen Ramonda. I don't like that choice at all. Because you have this movie where she needs to feel revenge. Just have a scene in the movie where it's revealed that the illness that T'Challa lost his life from was in some way Namor's fault. And have her want to enact revenge if you want to do that arc again, which you shouldn't. But if you want to do that arc again, you force in that he kills Queen Ramonda, and then you have the ending where she's finally dealing with the loss of Chadwick Boseman cathartically. Well, now she also has to do with that with Ramonda based on what you did in that movie.
You don't think that just is adding to her character arc, that she had to deal with T'Challa's death basically off screen, and then they also have one on screen that is like just building?
I think you could have had a reveal where the illness was created by Namor in some capacity, or Namor could have helped and he chose not to because he wanted the Black Panther to be dead, or he wanted Wakanda as a nation to be weakened. I don't know. But I'm not a screenwriter. I never will be. I don't know what would have made that movie better.
We're not doing a short film?
But absolutely not.
But generally, the answer to the question, no. I think Wakanda Forever is probably bottom 10, maybe bottom 15 MCU. I don't think Wakanda Forever is great. I think there's some good parts. I like the part at the start. I think the first scene where she is trying to save him is one of my favorite scenes in any Marvel movie, especially since Endgame. I think that really captured the start of the movie, and I think there's some good stuff in it. I think Queen Ramonda's death is well done. I just don't. There's not a lot memorable from that movie other than that. I do like Shuri as a character. Like you said, I don't know if she's main character potential. I think she was kind of thrust into that role. So there are things where I'm like, Wakanda Forever was solid, not great, not terrible. And then I think Black Panther is pretty freaking good. I don't like it as much as some other things like Winter Soldier, Civil War, blah, blah, blah. That's why I say it's not the worst movies. If you take both Black Panther movies, I think there are a ton of movies that are worse than the first Black Panther, and then I still think there are some that are worse than Wakanda Forever.
What do you think is the worst MCU franchise?
So you put Black Panther into the conversation just because of Wakanda Forever, and there's only 2 movies in it, right? Mm-hmm. The Marvels, Captain Marvel.
I'm including Captain Marvel, Miss Marvel, and the Marvels.
Right. So I haven't finished Miss Marvel. I like the Marvels more than most. Yep. I do not like it more than Black Panther, but I do like it more than Wakanda Forever. Mm-hmm. So right, but then Captain Marvel I like worse than both of the Black Panther movies.
So you'll put the Marvels. So I'll probably
put the Marvels at the bottom, even though I like the Marvels, and Miss Marvel I didn't hate from what I have seen so far.
Yeah.
Other than that, I mean, Ant-Man has to be up there. I like Ant-Man better than both Black Panther movies, but Ant-Man and the Wasp is probably on Wakanda Forever, maybe a little bit better. Mm-hmm. And then Quantumania is definitely worse than both of those.
Correct.
So I think that's close too, but I normally like to give Ant-Man, the first one, its props a little bit more.
Ant-Man's like a top 10 MCU movie for you sometimes.
It's top 10, 15.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I love Ant-Man a lot.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's close. I mean, those would probably be the 3. A lot of people might put Thor up there now. Obviously, I'm lower on Ragnarok, so... But I don't think there's a way I'm putting Thor as like the worst franchise in the MCU. I'm just not going to do that. Mm-hmm. All right, we still got how many agree or disagrees left?
Quite a few.
So we're going to do those on the Patreon. Thanks for watching, guys. We will be back next week or every Friday on the Patreon. We're also giving away little mystery boxes on the Patreon this week. So that's correct. That's fun. A bunch of random stuff that used to be on the set, like an Empire Strikes Back poster or a Karate Kid Legends poster that I had, or a stuffed Dungeons and Dragons
animal. One of the Arby's hats.
One of the Arby's hats. Our mouth guard from the boxing match, if you want that. We're giving a lot of random stuff away on the Patreon. So anyways, go subscribe over there. We're hanging out over there. We love you. Bye-bye. Clink me.